Greetings, everyone. Well, this time around, another recent Blu-ray acquisition. This is one I was looking for a while and kept seeing on sale fairly often and wanted to get it, but there was a slipcover with it, so of course I wanted the slipcover. And I knew that if I bought it without the slipcover, I would then see it for the same price everywhere with it. So I held out, and I got it with the slipcover. This one is one I've actually been wanting to get into the collection for a while because it was a movie that I was kind of late to the party. I used to have the DVD edition, and I saw it like 2 or 3 years after all the hoopla had died down. I mean, it was a big cult favorite, still is, and I think always will be. Just a terrific movie. One that I actually used as an example of just how good Blu-ray can look in my old 1080p DVD versus Blu-ray screenshot comparison video, which some of you may remember from a while back. That's a balloon, by the way. You probably figured that out. It's been in a few videos, but yeah, some party that Rosie went to. I think it was a birthday party for her grandfather, and they had pirate balloons. Anyway, let's head over to the Blu-ray shelf and see what the heck I'm talking about today. So, what is this mysterious movie that I'm talking about? Well, if you're familiar with my, screenshot comparison video from a while back, you might know, or maybe not, there was a few in that video, and there's still a couple on there that I need to pick up. Well, the one we're talking about today is one that I avoided for a very long time because I was just so sick of hearing the hype and everything, and that's why it took me so long to get around to watching it. And then when I finally did see the movie, I was just like, wow, this is so different from what I was expecting, and in a good way. And now it's easily one of my all-time favorite movies. I think it's just fantastic. It's one of those ones that I'll sometimes put on just intending to watch a bit of it, and then I'll end up watching the whole thing and seeing more in it every time I watch it. It's just a fantastic film. What else could I be talking about but... ta-da! That's right. Fight Club. We are the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to take a look at the Blu-ray, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Fight Club, today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, yeah, I guess we're breaking rules 1 and 2 here by talking about Fight Club. But I have to talk about Fight Club. It's just a freaking awesome Blu-ray, so be it. Yeah, those of you who saw my screenshot comparison video, the 1080p screenshot, the ultimate DVD versus Blu-ray 1080p screenshot comparison video from a while back, apparently a lot of people watch it. It's got like over 100,000 views right now. That's like easily one of my most viewed videos. So, good. Yeah, needless to say, that one has a lot of dumbass comments on it. Man, okay, like, if you look at the DVD of Fight Club and then watch the Blu-ray of Fight Club and honestly think there's no difference, you're fucking blind. Like, you are completely blind. Go to the eye doctor right now. Or you're just an idiot. I'm sorry, but you are an idiot if you cannot see the difference between the DVD and Blu-ray of Fight Club. It's one that I've been wanting to get in the collection for a long time because it really is a stellar example of just how good a film can look on Blu-ray. It's absolutely fantastic. Interesting little side story, or kind of amusing. When my mom came to visit me recently for my birthday, I showed her Fight Club. She'd never seen it before. She basically just kind of avoided it because of for much the same reasons that I avoided it, actually, was the trailers just didn't really grab her interest all that much. Plus, she's not really a Brad Pitt fan. You know, she said, well, you know, I've seen some of the movies he's been in, but I don't like go out of my way to see a new Brad Pitt movie or whatever. And, well, neither do I, but, I mean, I gotta be honest, he's been in some pretty damn good movies. You know, I mean, he's done some interesting roles over the years. And Fight Club is easily one of his most memorable and fondly remembered performances. And yeah, I remember when I first saw Fight Club was with Annetta a few years back. She also had not seen it, and I think for much the same reason is just it just didn't have a very good advertising campaign. I didn't think. Like, I honestly thought that the trailers were off-putting, and they made me not want to see the movie. I mean, they sort of just seemed to focus on the fighting aspect of it and the actual Fight Club aspect of Fight Club, and you know, just made it look like a meat bashing fest, you know, of guys beating up other guys, and that's all there was to it. And that there's a lot more to it than that. I mean, it's when we finally saw it, I was really surprised by how smart a film it is, and how deeply philosophical, and you know, how much social commentary there is, and just sort of exploration of what it means to be a man and what it means to be a person, and things like that. I mean, it's really quite heady stuff, and I was very pleasantly surprised by that. And so much so that it's easily become one of my favorite movies now. I mean, it's the kind of movie that I'll put on to just watch a little bit of it, and I'll end up watching the entire movie. You know, I mean, it's just that good. So after finally having seen it, I could see why so many people raved about it. So I showed it to Mumsy because I thought, you know, that perhaps she was feeling the same way about it that I did before I actually sat down and saw it. And I told her that. I said, you know, you just got to see it. I mean, don't pay any attention to the trailers. You just got to see the movie and take it on its own merits, because it really is unique and different. And yeah, she definitely seemed to enjoy it. Honestly, I can't see her running out to buy the DVD, but you know, she definitely enjoyed it. I mean, she was laughing all the way through it. I mean, you can almost look at Fight Club as a, you know, as a dark comedy, you know, and I think a lot of people do, because it is a very funny movie in a lot of ways. I mean, there's a lot of just really, really clever little moments in it that you find yourself laughing at quite a bit. Alrighty, so the Blu-ray itself, I've already talked about the picture quality. I mean, it is as close to flawless as it's ever going to be. I mean, it is really this is a stellar example of a night and day difference between DVD and Blu-ray. And I think the DVD at the time was considered pretty good. And yeah, I remember I had the DVD, you know, the one that most people had, with the sort of plain brown wrapper kind of packaging, and then the cover inside had the bar of soap. So I actually spent a bit of time hunting this down. I'd seen the Blu-ray going fairly cheap quite often, usually between 10 and 15 bucks. But it never had the slipcover, and it really irritated me because I really wanted the slipcover. I thought, like, well, damn it, I had the deluxe, you know, slipcover version of the DVD. I want the deluxe slipcover version of the Blu-ray as well. Like, come on, let's be consistent here. And honestly, I'm not terribly impressed with the slipcover on this. I mean, at first glance, it is kind of nice, but you know, you got the "You Are Not Special." You open it up, and you got "You are not a beautiful and unique snowflake. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else." That's right. We are the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world. Yeah. So really, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Interesting enough, it's not actually Velcro here. It's these ones that are these little plastic pins that kind of snap into each other. It's weird. I don't know how that is actually engineered in such a way that they properly interlock, but it works. Anyway, let's see what we got for extras on here. Then on the so the actual main cover is very similar to the slipcover. As you can see, just kind of a condensed version of the artwork. You got the character images there, and same kind of deal on the back. Zoom in a little bit. Zoom in, yeah. So, in terms of special features, as far as I know, we've got pretty much everything that was on the DVDs. You've got multiple commentary tracks. We have commentary by director David Fincher, second commentary by David Fincher, Brad Pitt, Ed Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. I've not actually listened to any of those commentaries. I should really get on that. Maybe the next time I sit down to watch 5 minutes of it and end up watching the whole thing, I'll put one of the commentary tracks on. I think that's a good idea. You got third commentary, writer's commentary track by Chuck Palahniuk and Jim Ulls. That's basically Chuck Palahniuk, of course, is the fellow who wrote the original book that it's based on. Yeah, a lot of people probably don't know this is based on a book, but it is. It's based on a book. I would really like to read the book, actually. And Jim Ulls is the guy who wrote the screenplay. So, yeah, you actually get a lot of insight there. I have watched some of the featurettes and stuff, and as I recall, Chuck Palahniuk was quite happy with how the movie turned out. Thought it was, quite faithful to his book and stuff. So, that's pretty cool. And then finally, we got a fourth commentary, a technical commentary by Alex McDowell, Jeff Cronenweth, Michael Kaplan, and Kevin Haug. Or Haug. Haug? I don't know. H-A-U-G. Exclusive Blu-ray featurettes. A hit in the ear. Ren Kleiss and the sound design of Fight Club. Flogging Fight Club featurette. And Insomniac mode, I Am Jack's Search Index. And then another assortment of extras, which I'm guessing are just ported over from the DVDs. We have behind-the-scenes vignettes with multiple angles and commentary, deleted and alternate scenes, trailers, TV and internet spots, PSAs, music video, promotional galleries, art galleries, and more. Awesome! There's that and more feature that I always love to see. Yeah, so in terms of video codec, some of you have been getting on my case about not giving you enough technical information. I fully admit that I'm way inconsistent with that. Yeah, in terms of transfer quality, you have nothing to worry about with this. Put it on the biggest frickin' screen you have and enjoy. Just be blown away by how good this is. This is a reference quality transfer right here. This is a show-off disc. This is what you put on to show people how fucking awesome Blu-ray is. Okay? That's right. It's an R-rated movie. I'm going to swear in the review, alright? Deal with it. So in terms of tech specs, it's an AVC encoded transfer, average bit rate of 24 megabits per second. I love when they give you like really technical information on the back here. Then you can just see at a glance what exactly you're getting. You got English 5.1 DTS HD master audio, English Dolby Surround. Oh, Dolby Surround. Wow, they've actually got like Dolby ProLogic Surround on this. That's crazy. Spanish in 5.1 Dolby Digital, French in DTS 5.1, Portuguese in 5.1 Dolby Digital. That's a lot of language options. In terms of subtitles, you've got English for the hearing impaired, so descriptive subtitles. Subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese, Cantonese, and Mandarin. Should mention also this is a 50 gig dual layer disc, so no worries about the extras eating into the quality of the movie too much. Plus the movie itself is only like it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, so that could easily fit on a single layer disc without too much compromise to the quality. But here they've used a 50 gig and put the extras on there as well. I'm pretty sure some of the extras are standard def as well, so even less space taken up and more room for the movie. So, the long and the short of it is, if you are a fan of Fight Club, be it new, old, whatever, if you're like me and you waited a long time to see it until everybody else had jumped off the bandwagon and you waited for all the hype to die down. I do that with a lot of movies. I did that with Scott Pilgrim, I did that with Fight Club, I did that with, I don't know, a lot. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. But yeah, good stuff. And if you've never seen Fight Club, give it a try, because I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised by just how different a film it is. We don't see enough movies like this that actually try to do something different and clever. And I mean, it uses a lot of modern filmmaking techniques and technology, but in an interesting and creative way. I mean, there's a lot of really interesting camera work and editing effects in there, and it's just a really clever movie, and one and it's the kind of movie that I find the more times I watch it, the more I see in it, the more I get out of it. There's a lot to be discovered and enjoyed in Fight Club. And those are the best kinds of movies, I think, the ones that you get something new out of it every time you watch it, no matter how many times you watch it, and that's great. Alrighty, well, that is it from me to you for now. Fight Club, get it, love it. So we'll talk to you next time. Till then, thanks for watching, and sayonara. And needless to say, it has one for the blooper reel. Or should I call it the burper reel? They sort of fuck. Mint ice cream.